doing on your Wednesday and Sunday night? Well, if it's nothing, I welcome you to African Corner, which ranges from 8 to 9 p.m. It ranges from different topics such as family, relationships, and every single thing talking about our African roots. So if you're interested, welcome to African Corner.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. A very good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where and when you're watching us from. My name is Mutavio Ashirawanyaga, Mojiro wa Baria Kanigithi, na gwehoka kumangongo shothiri ashumaga huko. More thayo, thayo, thayo. Today is the fourth day of February and the year is 2024. February is here and we are glad to be alive. I don't want to say it's a really good day because it's actually a sad day on the news that is we are getting from across the country and also by extension from the continent. And we will be telling you exactly why we mean or what we mean by that. With me here is Jeff. Jeff, how are you? Please introduce yourself before we go on. You can unmute your mic and proceed. Okay, I think Jeff can't hear me, but Jeff, one more time, can you be able to hear me? Okay. We're going to give him a minute so that we can check whether things are good and the system is okay. Jeff, one more time, can you hear me?
Are you an outdoor person who likes having fun? Or are you an introvert who likes having fun once in a while? Or are you basically a fun person? If you're any of that, well, I welcome you to a scavenger hunt, which has been brought forth to you by Washira Speaks other team. The place will be Karura Forest. The pay will be 1,000 shillings. How about you start your lipa pole pole and not miss this fun event? What are you doing on your Wednesday and Sunday night? Well, if it's nothing, I welcome you to African Corner, which ranges from 8 to 9 p.m. It ranges from different topics such as family, relationships, and every single thing talking about our African roots. So if you're interested, welcome to African Corner.
Yeah. So we will be proceeding. I was just checking if everything is good on Jeff's end. I can see we have some technical issues, but either way, it doesn't stop us from or stop me to tell you what is happening in the continent. And actually, some news, especially, I don't know you guys if you've been following AFCON. I have been following it here, and we have talked about it uh, in the previous, I think, two State of the Continent, and also we have also done an episode of AFCON in itself. So if you haven't watched that, we did it this past Wednesday. It is actually dubbed African Corner episode 36. That is reviewing the AFCON 2023. So the way we are seeing things happening in AFCON, as we discussed in the previous show, and if you haven't, go and check it on our YouTube channel, is that AFCON has been very, very interesting. 2023 AFCON has been really, really interesting. Things have been different. We're talking about the cards of the champions. You're talking about the game of the underdogs, and basically that's what we are seeing, guys. It has been a very thrilling and very interesting competition to follow, and AFCON 2023 has not disappointed. Let me tell you. So, I remember by the last time we were talking about it, we were hoping to be talking about semifinals as of now, and basically that's what you're talking about. Is that actually Collins is not here today, but his team actually got to the semis, which is Nigeria, and also my people, the Bafana people from South Africa, also got to semi-final. So it is now a very interesting game that we're waiting to see. We're going to see between Nigeria and South Africa who's going to take it away and finally end up to the finals. And on the other side, the people who are the host, the people from Ivory Coast have also done well. They are going to go against DR Congo for position in the finals. So it's very, very, very interesting. We just hope that we see a team that we did not expect. But even as it is right now, as it is right now, many of the teams that have proceeded to where we are at the stage of the competition is teams that we did not expect. So that is basically what is happening in AFCON, and the we have two more stages remaining. Basically, we will have the semis and the finals. But before the finals, there's always that game in between. That is the people who are, like number three, people who did not get to the semis, to the finals, but they did well. So that that game that happens. I can see now Jeff is here. Jeff, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff, and it's good to be here. About the AFCON, I'm really happy for Ivory Coast. They really amazed me in their match against Mali. The game was very unpredictable.
Mm,
Could you imagine being beaten at the stoppage time of extra time? That's
mm,
a Umukidia. So
mm,
there was a guy called Omar Diakite. That guy scored in the stoppage time of extra time. So
mm.
I feel good and we hope for the best for other teams. Yeah. Yeah. Now taking you back to our own in Embakasi, there was an explosion on Thursday night. According to the Minister of Energy, David Chichir, he stated that the gas was connected directly to the chambers, which increased risk of explosion and leakage. So two people lost their lives and 280 more were injured. Yeah, I think that was is very sad. I don't know what you think about that, Washida.
There is nothing to think about here, Jeff. This is a sad. It's a sad story, and it's something that we should be ashamed of ourselves in the entire country, because not only, most especially, the people who are the stakeholders in whatever happened in Embakasi, the government, the EPRA organization, and every stakeholder who could have prevented that thing from happening. You've seen people lose their lives. You've seen people suffering third-degree burns, which is really sad. And that's what I'm saying. Today, it's not really a very happy day in Africa, especially in Kenya and across the continent. And I don't think in whatever manner, form, or shape that it is to be excused. It is a wrong thing. There is nothing to think about. It's just to say we condemn it in the highest manner possible and make sure that such kind of occurrences, LPG issues, do not occur in the future. Yeah. So also, just to press on. Something that is also happening in the west of the western side of the continent is in Senegal. So Senegal President Macky Sall postpones the presidential elections amid integrity concerns. You know, Senegal was supposed to have the elections in February, this February that has just started the other day. But however, it is not going to happen. Why? Because the president of Senegal has said that he is postponing the presidential elections amid integrity concerns. And he said he's not going to vie. Actually, he hasn't, and he was actually pushing the prime minister to take over from him. And he's saying that there are controversies over the disqualification of some candidates, some controversies of corruption because of some candidates who were, expected to vie in the various positions in Senegal. So we don't know how things are going to go, but what we just hope is that there will be peace, peace, peace in Senegal, and we don't see bad things happening. Such kind of times when elections are there in the country is of Africa, there's always chaos. So we just hope that we do not see such kind of things. Jeff, what is happening on your end also?
So before we proceed about the Senegal, I heard that the president, he was elected in 2012 for a 7-year term and re-elected back in 2019 to serve for 5 years. So stopping the elections, he really noticed there was corruption going on and he's trying to see how he can stop it. Yeah, now proceeding to Egypt. So there was a week ago, the head of the Supreme Council of Antiquities posted a video about there was people who are setting blocks on the third pyramid of Gaza. So the Egyptologists now started saying that they are trying to reconstruct that pyramid. Now it's losing its historic fabric. Yeah.
So basically now, then what happens from there?
You see, the people are saying that the government want
Mm.
to change the structure. Now the people don't want it to lose its historic fabric.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then something else that is happening in the West. Today I'm really based on the west side of the continent, is that Mali, you remember that country that was experiencing some issues about coups and all that. Mali ECOWAS exit rally support and spark regional concern. Now, ECOWAS is the economic bloc of Western countries in Africa and Western African states. And ECOWAS has been part and parcel in making sure that things are working and happening in West Africa. However, Mali now wants to exit the ECOWAS bloc. And we have seen this week that and something that has been there for a while, that there have been protests or support rallies, sorry, not protests, rallies in support of this exit. Remember, it's something like the Brexit that was there in Europe. So demonstrators have flooded the streets of Bamako on Thursday, and they have been rallying support for the exit. You remember the Malian juntas decision to withdraw the country from ECOWAS. So uh, and they were saying that issues of ECOWAS should go away and they long live the AES. That means the Alliance of the Sahel States. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but this has actually been really catalyzed by the coups that were there in that region and in the western region entirely. So, however, ECOWAS has said that they have not officially been notified that the Malian country, is withdrawing from ECOWAS. So we also will be following that so we can know what exactly is happening. But what is seen, or whatever is being seen from the media side and from the general public view, is that the people of Mali are indeed in support of the exit of Mali from ECOWAS. Jeff?
Yeah. Now back to Congo. Now Cherubin Okende is an opposition leader in Congo. He was assassinated 6 months ago. So there has been this case, but the body was released back to their loved ones and he was allowed to be rested. So the family are not contented about the killings. They are feeling that the government are not doing what's supposed to be done to investigate on the killings. Yeah.
Okay. So there's some bit of instability also in DR Congo, and and you remember there's been a lot of things that have been happening in that country. Just hope that things will also stabilize. Our hope is always that peace be upon the people of Africa, the African state, all the people of Africa to be at peace. Now, something else that is happening in Ethiopia: Facebook accused of inciting ethnic violence in Ethiopia. Jeff?
Yeah, so there has been a case in Ethiopia. So Facebook was accused of inciting ethnic violence in Ethiopia. There have been killings of late, and
Mm-hmm.
almost 157 people were killed.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel the case was due to Facebook. Facebook played a part on the case. Yeah.
How does now Facebook plays a part in that?
Okay. In Ethiopia, they criticized Facebook for promoting hate speech during the conflict in Tigray. An investigation tracked down relatives who have linked Facebook posts to the killing of the loved ones. They say they carried out an internal audit of the operation of its algorithm in Ethiopia, but cannot publish its findings for security and confidentiality reasons. So the
Mhm.
issue is of crucial importance as social networks are omnipresent in the daily lives of Ethiopians and influence inter-ethnic conflicts.
Okay. I think today we are having a lot of sad news, and another sad news coming in is that the Namibian president has died in hospital while receiving treatment. So that's why I was saying that it is indeed a sad day for Africa. A lot of deaths that we are hearing, a lot of killings, a lot of sad news. We have mentioned something that has been happening in Kenya. The explosion in Embakasi in Nairobi took away some lives, left some people with injuries, and left a lot of destruction in terms of property. And also now in Namibia, they have lost their president. So the president of Namibia has died in the hospital while receiving treatment, and he has died at the age of 82. So he was undergoing treatment for cancer. That is what is known. And remember, he got into the presidency in 2015, which he was set to finish his second and final term. Um, Actually, this year. So he said in 2014 that he has survived prostate cancer. However, cancer is that kind of disease that sometimes goes away and sometimes comes back. Something that has been killing people a lot in Africa, not only in Africa but across the world. So Namibian president has died today, and we also send our condolences to the people of Namibia and our prayers with them. Now, also to some sad news, Jeff, I don't know if you have seen today, also in Kenya, we have lost a very prominent actor whose name is Charles Ouda or Charles J. Ouda. If you grew up watching Makutano Junction, alikuwa anaitwa Charlie. His name was Charlie, and he has acted in a lot of movies. He's a really gifted actor, and we are getting news that he has died today at the age of 38. So a lot of sad news, basically, a lot of sad news coming in. However, also our condolences to the family and friends of Charles Ouda here in Kenya. Jeff, you see, today is not really a very joyful day as normal.
Yeah, about it's very sad. You see, I grew up watching Makutano Junction. Although he was not my favorite character, but he played a major part in making the Makutano Junction very, very functional. So, taking you back away from the sad news, although it's sad news, but we can see how we can relate with it. So, in the South Africa, the African Nation Congress, the ANC, suspended Zuma. So, they suspended Zuma because in a statement following a meeting of the party, the ANC General Secretary, Fikile Mbalula, said the party suspended Zuma primarily because he backed another political party without formally exiting the ANC. So he went to another party, he backed another party without exiting the ANC. Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob Zuma always bringing in a lot of issues in that country. Actually, I was being told by Ali, actually, they are saying that he has started he has started his own party. And you know, that is actually, it goes against the rules. You know, you cannot be, even here in Kenya, you cannot support another party and yet you're in another party. And that's some of the things that have been happening in Africa this week. So we cannot promise you guys today it's a happy day. It's a lot of sad news coming in, and we just hope that next week we'll be speaking in a different tone, in a different language. Now, just before we leave, you remember, guys, we already have our event that is happening in the 16th of March. Jeff, tell them what is the event.
We have few days to being left. So if you have not paid, kindly pay. We have goodies for you. We have really prepared for that event. Really attend. It's only 1,000 Kenya shillings. You can register on our social media platforms. You can visit www.washiraspeaks.com, and you can, on the event page, you can access the scavenger hunt event. It will start from 10 a.m. Please pay now. Book your slot now. Yeah.
Yeah, they should book their slots because it's just a quarter of the tickets remaining. Like 3/4 of the tickets are already sold. So we just urge somebody who's still willing and really wants to come to the scavenger hunt event to book the slot or pay for it, basically. And we have said, and we have keep on saying, that there is that option of lipam pole pole ama lipam mdogo mdogo, and you can start from as low as 200 Kenya shillings. Yeah, I almost said 200,000. So 200 Kenya shillings, and yeah, so you book a slot with that so that you can be able to say at least, excuse me, that your slot has been secured for you. However, we cannot guarantee that once the tickets are entirely sold, that we can, do that thing. No. So please, 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 book your slot as soon and pay for it as soon as possible. Also, to remind you to keep on subscribing, sharing, and commenting on YouTube, and also follow us across all social media platforms that we are in, as it is flowing down there in your screen. And basically, have a good week ahead. We wish you all the best. My name is Mutadhi Washira Wanyaga. Isini Gerera Sia Mobi Mubodi. Dayo, dayo, dayo. Good night.
Are you an outdoor person who likes having fun? Or are you an introvert who likes having fun once in a while? Or are you basically a fun person? If you're any of that, well, I welcome you to a scavenger hunt, which has been brought forth to you by Washira Speaks other team. The place will be Karura Forest. The pay will be 1,000 shillings. How about you start your lipa pole pole and not miss this fun event?